Welcome in, everybody. Let's see how long it takes people to get in here. It's going to be a quick one, maybe 10, 15 minutes. I got to get to the gym, but let's see who wants to come up. Let me get this launched into the Twitter sphere. Get some people in here. Where's Twitter? There we go. Ask questions. Oh wait, this is the one I want. Need to get some people in here. I got to do it from YouTube. Here we go. Copy link address. And let's get this launched into Discord as well, and then we're cruising. Here we go. All right, let's see who's in here now. We're gonna get some people in here. I know it. I'm not worried. We got one person in here. Welcome. I don't know who it is, but welcome. How am I liking Chubb? Anytime touchdown? I kind of like it. I feel like whenever Chubb is in the mix, especially now that Hunt isn't there, you expect 2 to 3 touchdowns from each team. I'm not that high on Deshaun Watson. He hasn't shown me much yet. I feel like if they get within 5 yards, they're hitting it off to Chubb. I don't think they're even thinking about passing the ball. He didn't score last week. I think he scores. Yeah, I'd say so. Chubb usually scores, not necessarily every other game, but like half. He averages like half a touchdown per game. So I see your thought process. Watt over 3 tackles and assists. If Chubb's gonna run the ball, I like it. What's up, Ethan? I see you're as excited as I am. I love to see it. Well, we got 40 people in here. This is way more successful than the last one. I was only going to be in here for like 10, 15 minutes, but if we're going to have this many people off the jump, I'm loving it. I might be here a little longer. Matt's asking me how I'm doing. I'm doing great, man. We just started, and this already made my day. You guys have no idea how much shit like this makes me so happy. I love this community so much. Chubb over 17.5 rushing attempts. If you're going to take it, I'd probably just take his rushing yards instead because his rushing yards, 77.5? Where's my phone? Let's do that math. 77.5. So 4.4 yards per carry. Yeah, just go ahead and take the rushing yards instead, especially with Cameron Hayward out. Works really good for him. Pat receptions at 4 paired with Jamal. 58.5 rushing yards. It's good. For Jamal, take rushing attempts instead. I talked with A1 about that. I'm pretty sure every game he's had 60 rushing yards. He's had 16 or more attempts anyways, so that works in your favor. For Freiermuth receptions, I like it. I would have played it if George Pickens was out, but with George Pickens active, I'm probably going to stay away. Bryce Young, interceptions over. Love that play. Jamal Williams over 11.5 fantasy score. Also like that. I just talked about his rushing attempts, and I think with Is it Kendra Miller, or am I mixing him up with the guy on the Saints? It's Kendra. With him out, I really like his passing upside too. He only has 6% target share last game, so I probably like the rushing attempts more. But if you think he's going to fall in the end zone, go ahead and take that fantasy score. Christian says you're the GOAT. Appreciate you, Christian. That's all you guys. I'm nothing without your guys' support. Young over 9.5 rushing yards. I don't love quarterback rushing props unless it checks two boxes. A team that brings a lot of pressure from the defensive line and a team that plays a lot of man coverage. Those are usually favorable for quarterback rushing attempts. So Young's going against the Saints. There's not much there, I'm going to be honest. They do play a decent amount of man, but I don't think they bring that much pressure. They're not that great of a defensive line. I'd probably stay away. It just feels like a coin flip. How do I feel about Chubb rushing yards and Pickens receiving? Chubb rushing yards I like. It's hard not to like him at any game. Pickens receiving I don't like. I was honestly surprised he's playing that game, and Pickett is very bad versus pressure, and Browns are very good at getting pressure to him, so I don't love Pickens at all this week. I think Watson throws an interception. I don't know. Against the Steelers, I wouldn't be surprised if he does, but I probably wouldn't expect it. How confident am I in the two-leg with Rashid and Sanders? I really like it. Like, it seems – so I've been talking with probably like 5 or 6 captains throughout the day, and it seems like every one of them is like, oh, what are we liking today? Like, it just feels weird. Like, I'm hoping some of you guys like the same stuff that I'm seeing. And I went into every one of those, like, meetings and conversations, and I was like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think I have 2 props that I really like. Like, I did not have any doubt. Now, doesn't it always seem like our most confident picks don't hit? Probably. But these 2, I'm going to like it until they miss. I'll tell you that much. Because if you read my write-ups, let me see if I can pull my write-ups up for those. Actually, no, I can't share my screen without being able to not see what's on here anymore. You can go check my write-ups on Twitter. What do I think about Njoku 3.5 receptions? If Amari Cooper's out, go ahead and play it. If they aren't, stay away. Dodgers over 3.5 batters to play first inning. Love it. You saw him on Eduardo Rodriguez over 16 first inning pitches. He's not getting there if he doesn't get a 4th batter to the plate. Go ahead and take that. Love it. The only reason that I took his over 19.5 pitches thrown on books. The only reason I didn't take the batters to the plate, which in hindsight I probably should have, is I kind of like the plus money potential. Do I like either over for the game? No. I think I was expecting the line to show up at like 43.5, 44.5 for the games, and I was going to take the under. They're both sub 40. I'm not playing it. Just 6 out of 6 with plays we talked about last night. Let's go, Rodney. That makes me so happy. I'm so happy for you. Jeez, I have so much messages to catch up on. All right, we're going to have to streamline this. I didn't realize I had this many messages in here. All right, which Elijah Moore prop you like the best? Probably receptions. Pickett over 30.5 attempts. Stay away. I think he's going to have a bad game. The only reason he would go over that is positive game script. Hurst, 28.5 yards. Love it. The Panthers offensive coordinator is a former tight ends coach, and they run play action a lot, which is good for tight ends. Bryce Young rushing, already talked about that. It's hard to look at my username. How so? Is this the code? Appreciate you. Shaheed Ladder. I'm taking it up to 75. Actually, I don't know if I can because apparently DraftKings restricted my account and Bet365 won't let me make an account yet. So if anybody knows another book that lets me ladder Shaheed, let me know. Because the only other book I'm on right now is Hard Rock. Young, 28.5 pass attempts over. I think they're going to be down early against New Orleans. I don't disagree, but it's also a rookie second week prime time. I don't know that they're going to want to put him under the gun that much, which is why I took Miles Sanders. But the line is low enough to where I think it could hit even if my read is correct. What do you do for a living? Basically this, dude. I graduated in May with a biology degree. I was going to go to medicine, and I decided against that now. I have another project coming for you guys, like people who gamble on sports basically, that I think you guys will really be able to enjoy. It's probably like a year out from now, but I'm working on it. I'm really excited to get it out. Is Shaheed and Sanders over a nuke? I wouldn't. Although I'm very confident in it, neither of these Monday Night Football games are nuke worthy. Show us your picks. Let's see if I can show it, if it'll let me show it here. Let's present. Share screen. How do I do this? All right, let me get through all these, and then I'll share my. Basically, it's Miles Sanders 82.5 rushing plus receiving, and Rashid Shaheed over 37.5 receiving yards. Where are we? Derek Carr over 3.5 rushing, coin flip. Saints fantasy defense. Actually, really like that one. Appreciate all the work you do. Appreciate you, man. Ready for NBA season? I'm so ready for NBA season. Watson 25.5 rushing. Don't hate it. Don't love it. It seems like I know a lot of people are on it, and I've seen some good reasoning. It's just personally not one that I feel great about. JP Sears over 15.5 pitching outs. I don't know if I'll ever take a JP Sears pitching out prop. Let me see what I have him projected at real quick. I didn't even have his projections on here. Let's see. JP Sears. I have him projected 11.95. So I'd stay away from JP Sears. Thoughts on Najee attempts? I'm higher than most on Najee. I don't think this is the matchup for him to come out and ball. So I wouldn't do that one. Just here to send my appreciations. Always love the effort you put into this and do it for free. Thanks from Chile. Oh my God, dude. That's crazy. Sometimes I forget that like there is an international aspect to all this, which is weird with me being like my family's from Lebanon, so I'm traveling out of the country fairly frequently. But it's like in my mind, all the sports gambling and stuff, it's like it feels like an Americanized thing here. But so when I get messages from people from Europe or from South America or anything, it makes me so happy. How many units for Shaheed and Sanders combo? Nothing more than one. TJ Watt sacks. He's one away from breaking the all-time Steelers sack record. The Browns' offensive line is really good, so I kind of wish he had a better matchup, but I like the narrative. I just placed Jamal over rush receiving plus Nick Chubb over yards. Solid. My delay is crazy. Gee, I don't like the sound of that. I think I'm just behind in the chat. I'll catch up. I'm moving. What's the best two-man for tonight? Sanders, rushing receiving, Shaheed, receiving yards. Would I take Rashid 39.5? I would. Zach Wheeler 17.5 pitching outs. Let's see what we got. God, I don't have him pulled up either. I gotta be better, boys. Oh wait, I do have him here. I have him projected 16.34, so I wouldn't. Did you do the sleeper promos, Doc? They have more promos today. I need to check on that. Thoughts on Najee attempts? I went over that. Wayno hits allowed and Montgomery hits allowed, both over. I actually don't feel great about either of those. Whether over or under, I don't know how I feel about that. How come you didn't do any Premier League soccer picks this past weekend? Are you going to post any of this? Yes, I will this coming weekend. So this past weekend, first of all, I didn't realize that the international break was over to research ahead of time, the few days in advance. And then by the time I realized it, me and my family were traveling to visit my younger sister who's in her first year of college. So went to visit her for the weekend. That's where I got this Vandy shirt. And so I was dealing with a lot of family stuff. I decided I know NFL is the most popular one, so I focused on that. But soccer will be back. Probably actually tomorrow. I'll probably be doing some Champions League. I think Champions League's back tomorrow. If there's Champions League tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow. If not, then it'll be Saturday or Friday. 3 discounts: Sanders, Chubb, Olave. I'd probably do Sanders. I'd probably do all 3. Yeah, I haven't put in any cards yet, but I'll post something soon. Then Warren under 7.5 carries. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I'd like that number to be a little higher if I were to put my own money on it, but I'm still in the belief that Najee's actually solid. Like I think last year people got the wrong idea because he was playing with the metal rod in his foot. There was no reason for him to be out on the field to begin with. And then this season, he's starting off with the 49ers and then the Browns, his first two matchups. Everybody's going to victory lap probably after this next week when he finishes with 30 yards. And then he'll get his work again in week 3 against, I don't know who they're playing, and he'll probably go off and be fine. Olave discounted 63.5, so only an 8-yard discount. Kind of wish it was more. Olave isn't my favorite today. I like Shaheed and Thomas a lot more than Olave. So we'll see. Carr over 235.5 passing yards. Ooh. Carr isn't great versus cover 3, which is basically all the Panthers run, but that Panthers secondary is really bad. So, yeah, I'd probably be fine with it. I don't hate it. If I were to take a side, I'd take the over. What do I think about Michael Thomas tonight? I like it. I was hoping there would be more value on this line. This is the way I explained it on the stream, I think. I don't know how clear I put it, but this would be the clearest I put it. His 4.0 receptions is a great line with that push potential. On books at 4.5, you're taking a big risk that he'll get that 5. So if you're on books, you're debating between the plus money at 4.5 or Rashid Shaheed receiving yards, because those are probably the two best value. I'd rather have the Rashid Shaheed. If you're on Prize Picks, I think you could go either way, but if you're going for a 2-man, go for Rashid Shaheed. If you're going for like a 5 or 6-man, you just want to make sure the leg doesn't miss, Michael Thomas at the 4.0 is probably safer, because I think exactly 4 receptions is very likely. Hurst over on targets 4.5, solid. The Panthers, they're coming from the Rams, I think it's tight ends coach from the Rams who loves the play action, and the tight end is that tight end crosser off the play action is exactly what they want for Bryce Young. It showed up a lot versus Atlanta. It'll probably show up again this week. Sanders discount over on Sanders discount under Olave rushing receiving at 70.5. I don't hate it. I'm not one that's going to be confident enough in Olave unders. I know it's not a good matchup for him based off his numbers last season, but again, last season he had a different quarterback, so I don't want to put too much weight on that, but there's that. I think I'm caught up on all the comments. It's my YouTube delay settings. I'm on Stream East, or not Stream East, StreamYard. I'm streaming from there. That way I can share my screen and stuff. So that's probably why. Let me share my screen now. Let me pull up the tweets that I want to pull up. And then, all right, here we go. Stream East. Shaheed at 39.5 receiving yards. Should I still take it or go to 2.5 receptions now? Are you on Prize Picks or books? Because if you're on books, I'd say that 2.5 receptions is nice. If you're on books, I'd actually ladder it up to 50 and 75, which is what I kind of want to do. But if you're on Prize Picks, probably go that 2.5. Thoughts on Allen Robinson versus the Browns tonight? I think him and Freiermuth are the only Steelers-worthy props that you can play. The only other prop I'd play if you're on Prize Picks is Kenny Pickett under first half passing yards. But I don't think Pickens is going to do much. Najee and Warren are probably going to get swallowed up by that defensive line. And their lines are low enough to where I think it'll be funneled to them at least a little bit. Lattimore going to strap down. I agree. Lattimore's a dog. I've been a fan from Twitter. I can't believe I'm getting noticed by the GOAT. Hey, man, you guys are the GOATs here. I'm just a guy on a screen. I'm on Sleeper, so books. What's the multiplier on that Sleeper? Watson under 17.5 pass completions. Don't hate it at all. Sanders 16.5 rushing, better than 7, or I assume you mean 82.5 rushing receiving. 16.5 rushing. I'd probably still take the rushing receiving. Go over on Steelers punts. I would. I think if you're on a sports book, go ahead and take Cleveland -3. If you're not, then yeah, take those punts. I think Cleveland should dominate today. Do we ever lab kicking props? We do sometimes. but they're super volatile props. Like even last year, I remember we did them, and even some of the best analysis possible was chalking. I've been trying to DM you on Twitter. No, you've been trying to DM me on Twitter and I've missed it. Once my phone turns back on, I'll check. I'm so sorry, man. I really do try and get to every DM and comment that I can, but sometimes it just becomes too much. I'm so if you ever DM me and I don't respond, it is not intentional. Feel free to DM me 30 times until I respond. I promise you I want to interact with every single one of you. Edward Cabrera over 1.5 earned runs allowed. Solid. Any pitcher. Oh wait, no, that's Cabrera, not Rodriguez. Let me check something then. I always mix those two up. Cabrera walks a ton against the Mets. Is he home or away? I never want to take. He's home. Ooh, that's tough. That's really tough because his control is really bad. So I'd like it if the Mets weren't so bad on the road. Yeah, I'd probably stay away. 1.5 is low, so that getting that 2 number is a nice sweet spot, but I don't love the matchup. Cabrera K is at 5.5. Let's see what I haven't projected. I haven't projected 7.21. So there you go. When it comes to strikeout props, the amount of times I've disagreed with my projections and my projections end up making me look like an idiot is crazy. So if you guys ever ask me about a strikeout prop, 90% of the time I'm just going to go and repeat what's on my projections that I post every day. So that Dalvin Cook is still stinging. I sent 150 on a 3-leg, and that's the only one that didn't hit. Oh, bro, that made even now, dude. Like even after I just went 5-0 and I'm up 7 units, I still like hate thinking about that. It makes me so mad. I appreciate you, Jorge. Ronald Acuna over 0.5 runs, a trap. Who's pitching against him? Let's check. Zach Wheeler? Probably. I don't like playing batters against good pitchers. You guys like my apartment? Just came in here like a month ago. How does Tyreek, bro? Don't talk to me about Tyreek. I was so mad yesterday because I forgot that it wasn't a free square while I was watching. Like the entire time I was watching, I was just worried about Mac. And then Mac was at like 21 or 22. And then I looked at the box score and I was like, Tyreek still needs like another catch or two. And I was sweating. Do I live stream of you watch the game? I can. If that's something you'd be interested in, I would. It's a bit tougher because my girlfriend, so I live with my girlfriend. We've been together 6 years now. And she works or she's in class until today. She works until 6. But on Tuesdays, Thursdays, she's in class until 9. So I can stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But it's a little tough to do when she's home to explain to the girlfriend, hey, we can't have a nice dinner because I got to connect to the Wi-Fi. Dang, group chat that's popping off. Oh, what is happening? Where's the stream? No. Okay, hold on. There we go. Did I fix it? Can you guys still hear me? I think we're good. All right, I think we're good. Let me fix this. We're good. Sorry, my computer was telling me that the connection wasn't straight, so I had to connect the Ethernet cable, which is, of course, connected to my mic, my camera, my monitor, so messed everything up for a bit. Where was I? So, yeah, I can live stream the game. It's just tough to tell my girlfriend after a long day of working that I have to basically neglect her so I can go and stream myself watching the game. You could ladder sheet on Bet Rivers only up to 70 though. I do that. I need to see if I can get on Bet Rivers first. JP Sears under 5.5 strikeouts. What do I have him at? JP Sears, I have him at 4.05. So go ahead and take that. Where am I located? Cincinnati. As you can see by my TV. Whoa, how am I doing this? By my TV suggesting Cincinnati Bengals and Cleveland Browns. When's the next stream going to be? I'm trying to do every day at 2 o'clock. The last few times I've tried to do it, something's come up around 2 o'clock. But assume 2 o'clock unless I say otherwise. You think Myles Garrett going to get at least 1 sack tonight? Yes. I might have missed a D like Carr over 234.5 yards. It's not my favorite, but if I were to take a side on that prop, I would take the over. Do I have an NBA model? Yes, and it's about to get even better. So I have my own model that I made last season that did really well. I'm starting to incorporate machine learning into the model now. So that's something that I cannot wait to share with you guys. It's not going to be ready for day 1 of the season, but like maybe a few weeks, a month into the season, it'll be the machine learning model ready to go. Am I rich off the bets yet? After yesterday, I might be. Yesterday was a great day. Like, I know I went 5-0 on the props I posted, but I went up another like 10, 15 units off of props that I didn't even post. It was great. Like I said, I was visiting family in Nashville, so I was not giving them any attention. I was sitting at the lunch table watching the games on my phone. But people are starting to filter out of the stream, and I do have to get to the gym for 6. So why is the internet acting up right now? I don't like that. No. Why? I'll never understand why my Ethernet cable gives me 7 megabits per second. But regardless, like and subscribe to the channel. Big things coming. We're just trying to kick it off right now, but we have bigger plans for the channel that I can't wait for you guys to see. And what was the other thing I had to say? Be here tomorrow. Me and JJ are going to have a video out in the morning, and then I'm going to stream again in the afternoon. So feel free to join, ask more questions. It'll be just MLB tomorrow, but honestly, what we can do, how about this? To give you guys a reason to come in on tomorrow, even though there's no NFL, we'll look at some early props for NFL before the line moves. So even though I don't post my official list until Friday, some early value Tuesday, Wednesday. How does that sound? Last one, pick it over 18.5 completions. No. If the line was 20 or higher, I would have taken the under. His completion percentage versus pressure is awful, and the Browns are very good at bringing pressure. I'm staying away from that like the plague. The only reason I didn't take the under myself is because I'm worried about the negative game script. That's it. See you, Christian. Is that a fun, like hydroafon? I got to hear the answer to that before I actually head out. I'm really curious how bad this delay actually is. Hydro, love you, dog. We need to get you up on stage next time. I wouldn't do it right now, but I'm about to head out. But next time I'm on stream and you're available, let me know. We'll get you a nice little side-by-side here. We'll have some fun on stream. But everybody take care. See you guys tomorrow. Like and subscribe. Peace.